You can see details over here. Similarly, then similarly you can go over here. Then the data center jobs as such. So you can go ahead and learn more. So are you interested in working with our data center team? You can search and open job availability and all. So those things you can go ahead and see. So this is what the virtual to story lab over here. You can go over here, and then you have a lot of details related to the basically Azure. So this is one of the things that if you are trying to learn certain technology, you may get little interest when you go ahead and do all these like this kind of research here. All right, so this is a simple virtual tool that I wanted to show you guys. Now, if we have these data centers in 140 plus countries, what they have done, they have actually divided these 140 countries data center, basically 140 DC into 60 plus regions. 60 plus regions. Now, when I say regions, regions are going to be considered as in it is basically going to be, you know, the particular segmentation or segregation of the 140 countries. So we can say that every country, every region, every region would have basically multiple countries over here. Okay, every region would have multiple countries over here. 140 countries and 60 plus regions. So when I say regions, regions would have multiple data centers. So if I say suppose this is one region as such, this is one region as such. Suppose the region name is R1. So it would have multiple data centers inside that. Okay. So when I say region, you need to understand in Azure that you'll have multiple data centers in that. And within a region, there would be multiple countries as well. Okay. Or maybe countries like India, US, you may find that we would have multiple regions over here as well. Okay. So this is what the basic concept. However, we are also going to understand about the region in detail very soon. Whenever you deploy any, now, when we are talking about to go ahead and communicate with these data centers, to go ahead and give instructions to these data centers, to use multiple, again, equipments which are actually reside in these data centers. Okay. So what are the options do we have? So when we talk about that, we have basically three options over here. Okay. We have how many options? Three options. So let's talk about that because that's a very important and interesting part that actually we need to learn as an Azure expert over here. So Microsoft Azure can be reached basically through something as an Azure portal. Now, what is this Azure portal? So this is a simple portal. In other words, it's a simple website through which you can give the instructions to the Azure data center that you want XYZ servers. You may need this level of security. You may need to go ahead and utilize the server to host the websites as such, or you may need virtual machines over there. So that's what through the Azure portal. When I say portal, it's basically you can say a GUI interface. When I say GUI interface, graphical user interface, and we are going to talk about the GUI interface in detail today. And most of the part of the course, we are going to use that. So when I say GUI, so definitely there would be multiple, again, buttons over there, multiple, text boxes over there, multiple, again, uh, colorful images you may find over there. So it would be easy and user friendly. That is always a TRP or USP of
Microsoft that you will get over here. However, as an administrator, generally, traditionally, it has been, said that when you are talking about the administrators are going to use a lot of commands. So we have something as in PowerShell over here, or you can say like, Cloud Shell basically.
Inside the Cloud Shell option, we have PowerShell and we have Bash. So what is this Cloud Shell basically? So you have the administration option where you can write a lot of commands. And how you are going to write the commands? With the help of PowerShell as well as Bash. So PowerShell and Bash are the two options which is
Fundamentally from the Microsoft, as in like, PowerShell. If you're from Microsoft background, you understand what is PowerShell, how much it is important in terms of basically, you can say, go ahead and manage the systems, servers, or maybe SQL as well in these days. So you can go ahead and automate. Nowadays, it's considered as a programming language altogether, scripting language, right? And on the other side, when we talk about the Bash, if you're from the Linux background, you know that the alternative of PowerShell is Bash in the Linux, environment. So over here in Azure, they said that even if you're coming from the Microsoft or maybe Linux background, it doesn't matter. You may have very good knowledge of either of these and you can utilize that. So these are the two options that we have through which we can write thousands of commands and we can communicate with Microsoft Azure. Very simple. Okay.
so we are going to learn definitely like PowerShell in little detail and the Bash. Okay, that would be come under the module 3 basically. Now the third option that we have is basically JSON, Java Script Object Notation.
And also in these days, Bicep. Now, I'm not sure how many people have heard about Bicep. However, most of you guys heard about JSON, right? JavaScript Object Notation. Now, these two are the programming language which would be considered as an infrastructure as a code.
So when we talk about the infrastructure as a code, this is basically going to be utilized over here to write the infrastructure
Through the basically programming language. Okay. So you are going to basically utilize either of these three ways to go ahead and basically, use the uh, like communicate with Azure or use over there. All right. So these are the particular ways that we need to learn over here. We are not going to learn in detail about the JSON and bicep, but definitely I will give you some fundamental, details about that. Okay. Let's start with the Azure portal. So I hope everyone over here now aware of how to create a Azure account, right? Yeah. So I'm considering that you guys are aware of a particular. Okay, let me go to this.
and write over here Azure free account. So I hope everyone has seen this particular portal, isn't it? So once you go to this portal, you can go to like try Azure for free, and then you may see a lot of services over here. You will get like Azure free
Account where you will get USD 200 credit over here, and this particular credit is going to be available for you for next 30 days. However, the free monthly amount of 20 plus popular services for 12 months, that is a Azure new
customer only. Free monthly amount for 65 plus, always free services are available. And again, access to full catalog of services up to free amount and USD $200 credit. Spending protection credit card won't be charged. No upfront commitment. Cancel anytime and move to pay as you go pricing to continue beyond 30 days or after credit is used. Okay. So this $200
is going to be valid or you can consume within 30 days. In case that 30 days, is not over, however, your $200 has been consumed completely. Okay, you have consumed $200. In that case as well, you need to move to the pay as you go if you want. Otherwise, you could stop using Azure. So they have mentioned very clearly USD 200 credit to use on Azure services within 30 days over here. You can sign up and start that. So there are a lot of services over here. Take advantage of free products. So they have given like these are the free products. You can see the free services list over here. It's mentioned that free period always, then they have mentioned somewhere like 12 months or maybe always 12 months, something like this. Okay. So these are the services which are either free for 12 months or maybe always. However, there are services for which you need to go ahead and pay. And if you're going to pay, you are going to utilize this $200 credit initially for 30 days. Okay. And you can go ahead and basically explore multiple options of Azure. So there's a initial story of Azure that you need to go ahead and utilize, and you can go ahead and basically explore Azure. Once this Azure account has been created, you may need to go ahead and always log into portal.azure.com. There's a website. So as I told you that the GUI name, this is nothing but like you have over here.
as in portal.azure.com. Okay. So this is, you need to go ahead and, consider that portal.azure.com is the website that you are going to utilize over here. Okay. So this portal.azure.com, always you need to go ahead and log in. And once you log in, suppose I am over here right now, I'm going to use my Piyush Academy Pune at gmail.com and I'm getting login over here. So it will let me log in. Definitely, like I'm using like very frequently as such, and that's the reason it may not ask the password to me because it has been saved, and here we go. Okay, so this is my basically first screen over here, portal in the portal.azure.com, and we are going to basically utilize multiple resources over here. Now the question is that there are a lot of options over here. What exactly every option mean? How we are going to utilize this complete screen? So this particular screen is considered as an home screen. In the left section, you have basically something as like menu bar. Okay, portal menu over here. Portal menu bar. Now in the portal menu bar, you have option as in first option, create a resource. Resource means what? There are a lot of services, and what you wanted to utilize, that is considered as a resource. It's an instance of the service. So definitely we'll come to that in just few minutes. However, we have homepage. Homepage is this page basically. Okay. Then we have dashboard. So similarly, you can click on dashboard and you can have a lot of again options in the dashboard. So dashboard you can create, and whenever you open portal.azure.com, you may have those dashboards. So either you have the choice, either you can go ahead and keep as in first screen dashboard or maybe the home page. So I like home page, so I keep as in home page. However, you can change to the dashboard as well. Now, what is the benefit or advantage of the dashboard? Suppose you are working on a specific project and you want a list of resources to be showcased whenever you open the first screen. So that is what the dashboard where you can get always. So this is what the dashboard, and how we can change from the home screen to the dashboard as in first screen, I will show you in next few minutes. Then
we will have services. So we can suppose I need to learn and check what all services do we have. So we can go ahead and click on all services over here, and we have list of services. Okay, so we have list of services, and these are the some major services at the top. You can see like service providers and release status over here. However, to understand more in terms of the category of the services, they have divided the services into multiple categories over here. So we have like AI plus machine learning, we have analytics, we have compute related services, we have container related, database related, DevOps, journal, hybrid and multi cloud, identity, and so on. So we have a lot of services over here. On the basis of the category, we can get that. We can click on all, and we can see like all services over here. You can see like, we have services related to AI plus machine learning. 22 services are there. They have listed over here. Similarly, you can come down and you may see like, compute related 34 services and so on. So that is also there. And through the category list, you can go to the services over here. Okay. So this is all about services. And again, you can get more detail from the services very soon. Like each of the services, how to get a detail, I will show you. Apart from that, we have like, favorites. So under that, you have like few favorite services over here, which I use frequently. It's mentioned over here. You can go to the all resources. Now let's talk about the services and resources. So pay as you go subscription service get charged per hour or per day. Okay. So basically, when we are talking about the pay as you go, it is basically, you can say, on the basis of the unit. Okay. Now unit could be most of the time as in per hour. All right. But it depends upon service to service as well. There are services where we charge per second as well, per hour, per second. I haven't seen anything as in per day as such right now, but definitely it is depend upon the particular services. Now, how you will get those details, I'm coming to that when we talk about the subscription. Okay, so we have a dedicated, I'm planning to give you dedicated time to make you understand how the particular subscriptions are going to be work. Now, when we are talking about the service and subscription, service and basically resources, so the architecture diagram of the Azure would be something like this. So suppose this is Azure, this box is, consider that it is Azure. Okay.
Now, the first layer of Azure is going to be considered as a service over here. Service means what exactly Azure offers, isn't it? So we say this one as a service. Now, consider that we have service as an Azure virtual machine. Now, this is a service. Now, this service is basically defined under the Azure. There's a definition of the virtual machine. They say that, okay, there's something as a virtual machine over there. And these are the set of features of the virtual machine. Like it would have CPU, it is going to be have RAM, it is going to be have networking feature, and so on. Similarly, suppose we have Azure Virtual Network. Okay, now this is the icon that officially we use for the Azure Virtual, and so on. You have seen that when I talk about the services, we went to all services and we saw like, there are multiple services like this is a virtual machine, there's a virtual network, and so on. So this is the template that has been defined over here. However, when as a user I'm going to utilize these services, I need to go ahead and make the resources. What is that? Resources. We are talking about the resources over here. Now, I could have three virtual machines. Okay. What I will do, I will create basically three virtual machines, something like this. I say that, suppose this is VM1. Okay. Now I could have VM2. I could have maybe VM3, isn't it? Now, what is happening over here? I have a service and I'm creating basically multiple instance of this service, isn't it? Multiple instance of this particular service. So I have three service. I have three instances. Means these three instances are considered as a resource. So this is what the service where the definition, the template has been defined. However, with the help of these, basically, I have created three instances where I am going to keep our applications, host our websites, keep our database. I'm actually going to, put our database over here, isn't it? And this is what the resource is. So I can basically go ahead and make multiple instances. So this is something as in, you can say services are nothing but the planning, the template. Okay, this is a template, and this is the actual, resources which is going to be, utilized over here. So this is what the service and the resources. So when I say service, it is the exact offering of the cloud service providers. However, the resources are nothing but the actual instance of the particular services. Am I making sense? So instance of services are considered as in resources, and services are nothing but the actual offer, the template, the offering, the product, the like similar to the product, we have services over here. Where the definition, the templates. If I say that I need virtual machine, they say that okay, there is a service name as in virtual machine. Please go ahead and understand that, take the template and make multiple resources out of that. So this is the way that this particular thing, Azure has planned their like services and resources, and these services and resources are going to be utilized multiple, uh, again, multiple instances you can create as a resource. So this is going to be applied to all the services, and I've shown you how many services are there. So let's go ahead and see actually how does it work over here. So when we are talking about, suppose I go to this, and over here they say that create a resource. Once I click on create a resource, they will say, all right, what type of resource you want to create, which service you wanted to basically use. So they have given you a list of services over here again. Okay. So suppose I say I want to create a virtual machine type of resource. So they have given you option. Please click on create. If you wanted to know about this service, you have dot. If you wanted to learn, you have MS Learn over here, like some updates and all. So you can click on create, suppose. The moment you click on create, you have confirmed, you have given the confirmation to them that you need to create a resource
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
काशी हिंदू विश्वविद्यालय के 105वें दीक्षांत समारोह में स्वतंत्रता भवन सभागार में उपस्थित तथा आभासी रूप से जुड़े हुए सभी विशिष्ट जनों का विश्वविद्यालय परिवार हृदय से सादर स्वागत करता है, अभिनंदन करता है। We are honored by the gracious presence as the chief guest of Dr. Vijay Kumar Saraswat sir, Honorable Member Niti Aayog, a distinguished scientist renowned for his vast contributions in the field of defense research, in the development of alternative energy systems, next generation networks, and future-ready technical textile sector, as well as the initiation of the path-breaking methanol economy program. Thank you, sir, for joining us. Presiding over the convocation is our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Ajit Kumar Chaturvedi, sir, a dedicated teacher, a researcher known for his immense contributions in the field of wireless communication and telecom policy, but above all, an institution builder under whose inclusive, inspirational leadership, BHU is sending forth students who combine professional excellence with personal integrity and probity. Present with us is the Honorable Rector, Professor Sanjay Kumar sir, looked up to by his students and colleagues alike, not only for his remarkable research in the discipline of physics, but also his administrative acumen. Joining us is our Registrar, Professor Arun Kumar Singh sir, an internationally renowned geographer and much admired by all of us for his constant affectionate guidance of every member of the university family. काशी हिंदू विश्वविद्यालय की गौरवशाली परंपरा अनुसार कार्यक्रम का शुभारंभ इस विशाल विद्या केंद्र के संस्थापक, इस तपोभूमि के अधिष्ठाता महामना पंडित मदन मोहन मालवीय जी की प्रतिमा पर माल्यार्पण से होगा। माल्यार्पण हेतु विनम्र अनुरोध है आदरणीय मुख्य अतिथि महोदय से। माननीय मुख्य अतिथि महोदय, साथ ही निवेदन है माननीय कुलपति महोदय से। आग्रह है आदरणीय कुल सचिव महोदय से एवं श्रद्धेय कुलगुरु महोदय से काशी हिंदू विश्वविद्यालय शिक्षा और राष्ट्र निर्माण में महामना जी की व्यापक दृष्टि एवं अभिनव चिंतन का मूर्त रूप है। हम सभी के द्वारा इसके गौरव का उत्तरोत्तर संवर्धन ही उनके प्रति हमारी प्रणामांजलि है। माल्यार्पण के पश्चात माननीय कुलपति महोदय से सादर निवेदन है कि वे 105वें दीक्षांत समारोह के आरंभ की विधिवत घोषणा करें।
I declare the convocation open.
श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। संगच्छध्वं संवदध्वं संवो मनांसि जानताम् देवाभागं यथा पूर्वे संजानाना उपासते समानो मंत्रः समितिः समानी समानं मनस्सह चित्तमेषाम् समानं मंत्रमभिमन्त्रये वः समाने नवो हविषा जुहोमि समानीव आकूतिः समाना हृदयानि वः समानमस्तु वो मनो यथा वस्वशः शती। ओम शंभवाय मयो भवाय शंभवाय शंभवाय मयो भवाय शंकराय शंकराय मयो भवाय शंभवाय मयो भवाय शंकराय शंभवायेति शंभवाय मयो भवाय शंकराय मयो भवाय शंकराय मयस्कराय मयस्कराय शंकराय मयो भवाय शंकराय मयस्कराय मयो भवायेति मयः भवाय शंकराय मयस्कराय मयस्कराय शंकराय शंकराय मयस्कराय शिवाय शिवाय मयस्कराय शंकराय शंकराय मयस्कराय शिवाय शंकरायेति शंकराय मयस्कराय शिवाय शिवाय मयस्कराय मयस्कराय शिवाय शिवतराय शिवतराय शिवाय मयस्कराय मयस्कराय शिवाय शिवतराय मयस्करायेति मयः कराय शिवाय शिवतराय शिवतराय शिवाय शिवाय शिवतराय शिवतरायेति शिवतराय। ओम सदाशिवाय नमः।
मधुर मनोहर अतीव सुंदर ये सर्व विद्या की राजधानी। राजधानी राजधानी नई नहीं है ये ईंट पत्थर है विश्वकर्मा का राजधानी राजधानी वेद ईश्वर की सत्यवाणी बने जिन्हें पढ़ के ब्रह्म ज्ञानी हे व्यास जी ने रचे यहीं पर हे ब्रह्म विद्या की राजधानी राजधानी वो मुक्ति पद को दिलाने वाले सुधर्म पथ पर चलाने वाले यही फले फूले बुध शंकर हे राज ऋषियों की राजधानी राजधानी सुरम्य धाराएं वरुणास्ति नहाए जिनमें कबीर तुलसी भला हो कविता का क्यों ना आकर ये वाग विद्या की राजधानी राजधानी विविध कला अर्थ शास्त्र गायन गणित खनिज औषधि रसायन प्रतीचि प्राची का मेल सुंदर हे विश्वविद्या की राजधानी राजधानी ये मालवीय जी की देशभक्ति ये उनका साहस ये उनकी शक्ति ये मालवीय जी की देशभक्ति ये उनका साहस ये उनकी शक्ति प्रकट हुई है नवीन होकर ये कर्मवीरों की राजधानी राजधानी मधुर मनोहर अतीव सुंदर ये सर्ववेद्या की राजधानी राजधानी मधुर मनोहर अतीव सुंदर ये सर्ववेद्या की
Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Vijay Kumar Saraswat, respected Vice Chancellor, esteemed Registrar, distinguished Academic Council members, Executive Council members, professors, proud graduates, their parents, and honored guests. A very from the Prithvi and Agni 5 missiles to the Methanol Economic Initiative reflect a rare blend of scientific brilliance, strategic foresight, and unwavering commitment to national development. We are deeply honored by your presence, and I am certain your words of wisdom will ignite the aspirations of our graduates. Convocation is not just a ceremony, it is a milestone, a bridge between dreams and reality. To our graduates, today marks the beginning of an exciting new chapter. As you step out the gate of this great institution, you carry with you not just a degree, but a responsibility to make a difference. Let this be a moment where your education transcends into action, where your skills contribute to society, and where your dreams uplift not just yourself, but the world around you. Let us not forget the invaluable role played by our dedicated faculty members, whose mentorship has guided you on this transformative journey. To the heads of departments and professors present here, your efforts continue to shape the futures of generation, and we thank you for your unwavering commitment to excellence. Our university, with its rich heritage and unwavering commitment to innovation, stands as a beacon of learning and inspiration. As we implement the new education policy, we reaffirm our pledge to foster holistic growth, instilling our students and the value of integrity, resilience, and curiosity. Dear graduates, as you embrace this pivotal moment, remember that success is not measured by your accolades alone, but by the positive impact you create. The world needs leaders who are compassionate, courageous, and committed. Be those leaders. To all present, let us celebrate this occasion with pride and joy, cherishing the legacy of this institution and the endless possibilities it inspires. आज का दीक्षांत समारोह महामना पंडित मदन मोहन जी की जन्म तिथि हिंदी तिथि के अनुसार के पावन अवसर पर हो रहा है। महामना न केवल एक महान शिक्षाविद थे, बल्कि राष्ट्र निर्माण के एक अद्वितीय पुरोधा भी थे, जिन्होंने शिक्षा को चरित्र, नागरिकता और सेवा से जोड़ने का स्वप्न देखा था। आज जब हमारे स्नातक जीवन की नई यात्रा पर अग्रसर हो रहे हैं, हम उनसे यही अपेक्षा करते हैं कि वे महामना के आदर्शों के सत्य, त्याग, करुणा और राष्ट्र सेवा को अपने जीवन में उतारेंगे और समाज में सकारात्मक परिवर्तन के वाहक बनेंगे। धन्यवाद।
This convocation of the Academic Council of the Banaras Hindu University has been called to confer degrees upon the candidates who, in the examinations recently held for the purpose, have been certified to be worthy of the same. Let the candidates stand forward. Do you sincerely promise and declare that if admitted to the degrees for which you are severally candidates and for which you have been recommended, you will, in thought, word, and deed, conduct yourself as becoming of members of this university? Do you promise that to the utmost of your opportunity and ability, you will support and promote the cause of morality and sound learning? Do you promise that you will, as far as lies in you, uphold and advance social order and the well-being of your fellow men? Let the candidates be now presented.
Sir, I present unto you 558 candidates as per Annexure 1A of the proceedings who have been examined and found qualified for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Science Agriculture, Master of Technology in Food Science Technology, Master of Technology in Dairy Technology, Master of Science Plant Chemistry and Horticulture, Master of Business Administration, Food and Agribusiness, Master of Technology, Agriculture Engineering in Soil and Water Conservation Engineering, Bachelor of Science Honors, Agriculture, Bachelor of Technology in Food Technology and Bachelor of Technology in Dairy Technology, to which I pray those present may be admitted.
Respected sir, I present unto you 50 candidates as per Annexure A2 of the proceedings who have been examined and found qualified for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy and Bachelor of Veterinary Science and Animal Husbandry, to which I pray those present may be admitted.
मान्यः अहम अत्र भवतां समक्षं परिशेषः B1 इत्तु अत्र मुद्रित नामकान् 850 उत्तरेकशतम् उपस्थायामि जो यः परीक्षाः यथाविधि समुत्तीर्य आत्मन उपाधियोग्यता प्रमाणिता प्रार्थे तेषु अत्र समुपस्थितान् अभ्यर्थिनः तत्तद्विषये डॉक्टर ऑफ फिलोसफी आयुर्वेद वाचस्पति MD आयुर्वेद आयुर्वेद धन्वन्तरी MS आयुर्वेद मास्टर ऑफ फार्मेसी आयुर्वेद एवं आयुर्वेद आचार्य बैचलर ऑफ आयुर्वेद मेडिसिन एवं सर्जरी इत्त उपाधि प्रदानेन अनुगृह्णन्तु अत्र भवन्तु भवन्तः।
Sir, I present unto you 95 candidates as per Annexure B2 of the proceedings who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Master of Dental Surgery and Bachelor of Dental Surgery, to which I pray though present may be admitted.
Honorable Sir, I present unto you 574 candidates as per Annexure B3 of the proceedings who have been examined and found qualified for the degrees of Doctor of Science, Doctor of Philosophy, Magister Chirurgia, that is MCH, Doctor Medicinus, that is DM, Doctor of Medicine MD, Master of Surgery MS, Master of Science Biostatistics, Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery, Bachelor of Science Nursing, Bachelor of Physiotherapy, and Bachelor of Occupational Therapy, to which I pray those present may be admitted.
Sir, I present unto you 44 candidates as per Annexure C of the proceedings who have been examined and found qualified for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Science, Environmental Technology, Master of Science, Environmental Biotechnology, Master of Science, Environmental Science, Ecological Science, and Master of Science, Environmental Science, Earth and Atmospheric Science, to which I pray those present may be admitted. Thank you.
Sir, I present unto you 192 candidates as per the Annexure D of the proceedings who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Business Administration, Master of Business Administration International Business, and Master of Business Administration Agribusiness, to which I pray those present may be admitted.
Sir, I present unto you 2,181 candidates as per Annexure E of the proceedings who have been examined and found qualified for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Science Technology Geophysics, Master of Computer Application, Master of Science, and Bachelor of Science honors, to which I pray those present may be admitted.
Honorable Sir, I present unto you 3,971 candidates as per the Annexure F of the proceedings who have been examined and found qualified for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Arts, Master of Physical Education, Master of Library and Information Sciences, Master in Corporate and Communication Management, Master of Tourism and Travel Management, Master of Vocation, Bachelor of Arts Honors, Bachelor of Physical Education, and Bachelor of Vocation, to which I pray these present may be admitted. Thank you.
Honorable Sir, I present to you 1,300 candidates as per Annexure G of the proceedings who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Commerce, MBA Financial Management, MBA Risk and Insurance, MBA Foreign Trade, Bachelor of Commerce Honors, and Bachelor of Commerce Honors Financial Market Management, to whom I pray those present may be admitted. Thank you.
Sir, I present unto you 394 candidates as per Annexure H of the proceedings who have been examined and found qualified for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Education, Master of Education Special, Master of Arts in Education, Bachelor of Education, and Bachelor of Education Special, to which I pray those present may be admitted.
Sir, I present unto you 360 candidates as per Annexure I of the proceedings who have been examined and found qualified for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Laws 1 year, Master of Laws Human Rights and Duties Education, Bachelor of Laws Honors, and BA LLB Honors, to which I pray those present may be admitted.
महोदय, मैं संलग्न परिशिष्ट जे के अनुसार 161 छात्र छात्राओं को आपके सम्मुख डॉक्टर ऑफ फिलॉसफी, मास्टर ऑफ परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट्स एवं बैचलर ऑफ परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट्स उपाधि हेतु प्रस्तुत करती हूं, जिन्होंने अपनी अपनी परीक्षा के पाठ्य विषयों का यथाविधि अध्ययन करने के उपरांत स्व परीक्षा द्वारा अपनी अपनी उपाधि योग्यता प्रमाणित की है। मैं प्रार्थना करती हूं कि श्रीमान जी इनमें से उपस्थित अभ्यर्थियों को इनकी उपाधि प्रदान कर इन्हें सम्मानित करें। धन्यवाद।
नमस्कारः। मान्याः, अहम् अत्र भवतां समक्षं परिशेषः के इत्यत्र मुद्रितनामकान् 12,300 अन्तेवासिनः उपस्थापयामि। यैः परीक्षाः यथाविधि समुत्तीर्य आत्मनः योग्यता प्रमाणिता। प्रार्थये तेषु अत्र समुपस्थितान् अभ्यर्थिनः तत्तद्विषये डॉक्टर ऑफ फिलॉसफी, विद्यावारिधि, आचार्य एवं शास्त्री आनर्स इत्युपाधि प्रदानेन अनुगृह्णन्तु तत्र भवन्तो भवन्तः। धन्यवादः।
Sir, I present unto you 3,112 candidates as per Annexure L of the proceedings who have been examined and found qualified for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Philosophy, Master of Arts, Master of Personal Management and Industrial Relations, and Bachelor of Arts Honors, to which I pray those present may be admitted.